Several years ago, Inc. magazine published an interview with sports agent Bob Wolf. Wolf was one of the founders of Modern Sports Agency, a seasoned lawyer and a highly successful representative of top figures like Boston Celtics basketball great Larry Bird, the Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer Carl Yastrzemski, and many famous singers and actors. Wolf shocked his interviewer by saying this: "I've never done a deal that I couldn't have gotten more money on. I always leave money on the table." "Why?" asked the interviewer. "Because it's possible to push the price so hard, create such antagonism, that the last 10% really isn't worth it. If someone feels you held them up, he's going to take it out on you or someone you know. Your good reputation is incredibly important. You've got to let the other guy have a profit margin and let him live. You're going to be going back to him again or someone he deals with. You can't play tricks." The interviewer persisted and said, "But isn't getting everything the very definition of success?" But Wolf was firm. "Look," he said, "if it really was a one-time transaction, I might press for more, but I still wouldn't hold out for the last dollar." Now, this is one of the best sports agents of his day, and you know the reputation of sports agents. So what is Bob Wolf talking about? Is it just a private preference, a false claim, an eccentricity? No, it's wisdom. What Wolf is talking about is the idea that a skilled negotiator often intentionally moderates ambition slightly. Each of those words is important. Intentionally moderates ambition slightly. Let's look at that first word first, intentionally. At least 22 studies have found that it's effective to intentionally, explicitly set your goal before you negotiate. Picture two negotiators, two different ones, each getting ready for a negotiation. One says to himself, "I'm going to try to do as well as I can." The other negotiator says to herself, "Based on my research, I'm setting an ambitious but realistic goal for myself, and I'm going to write it down and tell it to someone I'm accountable to." Guess which one does better? Overwhelmingly, the research demonstrates that the second negotiator, the one who identified a specific goal, does markedly better than the negotiator who just hopes to do well. There's something about writing down a goal number and even being accountable to another person that tends to improve your performance in the negotiating room. So there's the first lesson. To do better in distributive bargaining, write down your goal and tell someone about it beforehand. But why moderate ambition? Because studies find a reputation for greediness tends to backfire. In one study, some negotiators were assigned extremely greedy goals. Others were assigned more moderate goals. In some cases, the greedy negotiators got more, but in almost every case, they faced serious blowback afterwards. In follow-up interviews, the greedy negotiators' counterparts said they didn't like the greedy negotiators, didn't trust them, wouldn't share a gift with them if they had the chance. When counterparts had the chance to negotiate again with their greedy former counterparts, they exacted revenge, driving hard bargains, being much more defensive, and sometimes reaching no deal at all. That should scare us. It means you could faithfully study this entire course, practice regularly, read the accompanying book, and several others until you become an expert negotiator. But if you acquire a reputation for greediness along the way, you will have completely wasted your time. You'll be no more effective than the novice. No wonder Bob Wolf warned his interviewer about the danger of being greedy.